Okay, today we'll do, in effects, we'll create ocean and pond system. Okay. We can create a realistic ocean system. Okay. So there are two things here in fluids. See that we have n particle. Right next to this, we have fluids. Okay. So in fluids, you have ocean and pond. Okay. For example, there are multiple options also. For example, there's another option called get example here. You can get example of a fluid or ocean or pond. Let us see some example. How does this looks? Okay. So I'll just go to get example ocean or pond. So automatically Maya does have few presets. Say for example, boat wake, sea, destroy or something, giant storm, high sea, like lot many. Okay. White caps. So let me take this giant storm, select this, right click, import. So that particular file will be importing into this uh, canvas. So you can see this is the one. Okay. There are a lot many things in this. This is a combination of fluids and ocean. Okay. So now I'll just make this into 500. End frame is 500, and I play this. So when I play this, you're getting this sort of output like this. Okay. So let me render this scene. How does this looks? Let us see. So I would like to render this using Maya software rendering, the Nginx software. Instead of or node, I just render it in software. So when I render this in software, I'll get an ocean output like this. See, almost like a realistic output you get. Okay, understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Mm.
sir.
If I have it like this, and uh, I just increase the preset to full HD, HD 1080, and when I take a render, you get even like better quality. Okay. This is a high quality one. Okay. So on top of this, the smoke effect is, this is called fluid. So you can get different examples. Okay, just try out these examples. Anyhow, these are built in. What you have to do, you have to go to fluids, get example, you can get it. Now let's create ocean. Okay, I'm gonna create from scratch. Click on ocean. So when you click on ocean, you get like this. Actually, our ocean is up to here, wherever this complete circular diameter is. This entire thing is an ocean. So I'll take a render in software. So when I take, okay, it's taking in Arnold. Let me take render in software for time being. So when I take, you can see the ocean is up to here. Okay. So now I'll just get into this, and I'm gonna make this as 500 frames, and this is this is called a height field. Only for the view purpose, whatever is there, this particular thing is called height field. Only for the display purpose, means it's a preview plane. Okay, so and there's an ocean shader by default. In Maya, if you go to Hypershade, under render settings, window render editors, you have Hypershade. In Hypershade, you get this ocean shader. Ocean shader is a shader, it's a material. By default, the ocean shader is applied to this particular ocean. So this is a preview plane. In preview plane, resolution is 20. For better quality, you can add a bit more. Okay, so now what I'll do, from frame 1, if I play, you're getting an ocean simulation like this. Okay, so nice simulation we are getting. So when we take a render, we have an output like this. Okay, in most of the movies and all, they show big ocean, uh, and lot of shooting will happen in that particular place. So most of the time it's not a real ocean. Okay, those oceans are developed using 3D. Okay, so I'll just go to now ocean shader. In preview plane, it's like this. This is the plane. Okay, so that's okay. Major things, we will be working on ocean shader only. So these are the common ocean attributes. So scale is nothing but multiplier. Okay, so if I add less a number, for example, I make this as 0.1, and you see, you get ocean simulation like this. Okay, a lot of waves, high waves are there. So when you take a render, you get an output like this. Okay, so if the multiplier, if I make the scale as 2, okay, and if you take a render, you can see a lot of noise, a lot of turbulence in the ocean, a lot of noise. Okay, so for time being, let it be for like 0.2 or something. Wave speed, now when you play this, what speed you are getting, if you increase wave speed, the animation speed is bit more. Okay, so you retain this to default as 1 only. Okay, so number of frequencies, you can increase the frequencies. So if you increase the frequencies, this is the output. You can see a lot of from all the angle, from x-axis or from y-axis, other axis, both x and z-axis. The waves are moving. We are increasing the frequency. Okay, like this. So by default it is 3. So I'm gonna retain that. Okay. So wave length is the minimum length and maximum. So for example, when I play this, you can see there is a length of a wave from here to here. One length is there, right? Minimum length and maximum length. You can increase this to minimum as 1, maximum as 4 or something. That's okay. Okay. Then what I'll do, you have wave height. The wave height, it is reaching up to here. Okay, so for example, when I play now, you can see up to some height it is reaching, right? The wave height is up to some extent. You can increase the height actually here. See, you can reduce the height or you can increase the height. So now what happens when you play? See, our ocean waves are simulating like this. Okay, and when you take a render, it's like a very giant storm is there. Okay, so in that case you get an output like this. Okay. I'll render. You can see wave heights are increasing. So now in this wave turbulence, turbulence is nothing but, adding noise in this ocean. Okay. So I would like to add some noise. Wave turbulence is done. In this, click on this. Okay, you get this particular ramp one like this. So if you click on this, you get 1 point. You click here, you get another one. I reduce the turbulence. I click here, I reduce the turbulence. I click here, I'm gonna increase. Then I click here, then I click here, I'm gonna reduce. Then I click here, it's here. I click here, I'm gonna increase. Then, no, not here. It's like this. I'm adding bit noise, adding wave, more turbulence, lesser turbulence, more turbulence. So when the value is bit more, the turbulence is more. Okay. Then I click here, then make it down. Then after that, click here, then raise it. So like this I have created. Okay. So, so when we play this, you have simulation like this. Okay. Wave peak is, like the peak point of the wave. I think this is enough. So you have to explore a lot in this. Okay. So to achieve some output, just explore, you get good output. So you have foam threshold and all. Foam is nothing but normally in ocean, at the front point, there will be some foam. Okay. So you have foam option also. So I would like to add some foam emission here. Okay. So after that, foam threshold, let me add it like this. Okay. Then you have CMA, that's common material attribute. So what happens now is, so when we play this, we get foam automatically generates in the ocean. So when you see now, you can see some foam also in this. A lot of foam is there in the ocean. Okay. You can, let me reduce some offset. Okay. And I can add in foam threshold, I can add some texture here. So I'll be getting good output. I click on foam threshold. Let me add some noise. Under 2D texture, we have something called noise. You can add some noise. So just come down. You got it like this. So in noise, what we can do, I reduce this emission. Then I'll take a render again. You have this noise like this. Then what I'll do, you go to noise texture. Okay. So frequency ratio, I'm gonna increase. Depth max, I'm gonna increase. Here frequency, I will be increase a bit. Then I'll take a render. Instead of that smooth output, you get this rough output. See, like this. I can reduce the amplitude. Okay. Then I'll take a render. So a lot many things you can do. Okay, see, I reduce the amplitude automatically. The foam effect is something like this. And when we render it, in like a batch render, sequential render, all this will get animated. Okay, everything will get animated. It looks really nice. So the way here things are getting animated, no? Here It's in the same way. Everything will get animated. This foam will get animated nicely. Okay. So this is what with ocean. Now let's do one thing. I would like to create a boat. Okay. And that boat has to be floating on this ocean. I want to create a boat and the boat has to float on the ocean. So in that case, let me create one boat, simple boat. I'll be creating a simple boat. Something like this. And let me add few mesh to this. Those are insert edge loop. Like this. Fine, you have boat something like this. So I select this model. Okay, let me delete by type history. Then select the model and shift select the ocean. The next step is select the model, shift select the ocean. I'll come to fluid. Go to create boat, create boat. There are three options in this. Float selected, so that boat will be floating on the ocean. Make boat. You can make this object to look like a, means to work like a boat. There's another option called make motor boat. What does happen when I click on make motor boat? The motor functions will be added to the boat model. Normally, like in the boat, you have throttle and all, right? Throttle means where you can accelerate boat, you can run the boat. Those type of functionalities will be, or options will be added to the boat model. So let me create make motor boat. When I do make motor boat, automatically floating properties will be added by default. So when I play this, you can see as per the wave here, as per the wave, my boat is floating. And when I take a render also, you can see um, the boat here, and there are obviously the ocean properties are there inside the boat also. We should cover those area. Okay. So when we make the object as make boat, you get one locator here. Can you see a locator here, a plus mark? This is called a boat locator. Okay. So if you go to boat locator and extra options, extra attribute, this is where you get that throttle effect and all. You see throttle, roll, pitch and all. Okay. So throttle is 0. If I given a positive y, I increase the value, and when I play, my boat starts to move. You can see the boat starts to move. If I give the throttle to the negative value, the boat goes back. Along with that, there's something called roll. When I give roll, boat starts to roll, or not roll. Okay, roll is fine. Rudder. There's another option called rudder. When I give rudder, it starts to rotate. See, I can animate all this. I can give throttle bit more, so it will be speed. You can see a lot of speed is there. Give more value throttle. See, it rotates over there only. Okay. So that's rudder. You have another thing called throttle pitch. Throttle pitch is nothing but throttle pitch. If you give more value, see, based on the wave, the boat will get, it will jump actually. I give more value, and so here I increase throttle, it jumps. It's like wheeling. Wheeling, right? When there are bike race, the racer will do wheeling for the bike. That's what is throttle pitch. Okay. So check that. Buoyancy is nothing but the floating level. Okay. So object height you can increase or decrease. The height of the object means the floating level on the ocean exact. So if I increase, it will be even more height, like that. Okay. So whatever changes you do, you have to start the animation from the beginning only. You have to go back and go to the frame one and do. This is what is boat. Any doubts in boat?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So do this today. I'll show you pond in the next session. So in pond, it is like, what I'll do is I'll create a pond and just visualize there's a snake which is moving in the pond. In that means in that type of scene, uh, you get ripples on the pond. Those kind of effect and all we can achieve. And once, if you can do that, you can use that for a demo. Okay. And now also, what you have to do, you have to create a boat model. Okay. I want you to create a boat model, simple boat model, and make sure. See, I just created a very basic one just to show you how does this floating and all will look. Okay. So what you have to do is, you have to create a clear boat model and take a ocean. Okay, under fluid, and after that do the changes which I have done for the ocean. That is in ocean shader, whatever changes I have done for the ocean properties here, right? Ocean attributes, I have done some changes. So try doing these changes. Okay, then you add boat to the model, and we can do a test render. So that is what you can do is, when boat is there, just have a closer look into the boat. Okay. And we can animate this. Animate in the sense, we can render this. You can go to rendering, go to render, do a batch render. Before that, you have to go to render setting. In render setting, this has to be JPEG or anything, or Targa. Okay. Then file name. So ocean, this one, name dot hash dot extension. Extension always has to be in last. What is the start frame? What is the end frame? End frame I would like to render some 200 frames. So I can go here. So perspective is there. That's okay. I can go to HD or half HD or full HD. For time being, I'll go to half HD. Okay. So let me create a camera. Create camera. camera, panel, look through selected. Okay. So what I'll do is, camera, right? View, select camera. So camera is selected. I'm in frame number 1. Okay. I would like to animate the camera. Then I'll go to frame number 100. Then like this. So set key. Let me render up to only 100 frames only. Okay. So when I play this, we have an animation like this. Okay. So I would like to render a batch render. So what I'll do is file, project window. I would like to create a new one. So new ocean. Then I will be choosing a path, batch to Maya Dynamics. So select, accept, then file, save as under scenes 01. Okay. Then after this, go to render, batch render, second batch render and close. So what happens when I start giving batch render? See, settings I have chosen only Maya software. Okay. And I haven't done any changes. It's just a software. Then you can go to this script editor, click on script editor. Here, script editor is here, this one. I clicked the right corner. So it will show what is happening here. Okay. Saving temporary file, D drive RSTP batch to Maya Dynamic Ocean. Let me open the folder, RSTP batch to Maya Dynamics Ocean. In this, go to images folder. It will start rendering. Okay. So I'll be going back to Maya. So it is still saving. So rendering hasn't started. Okay. So yeah, now it started. See, it's so fast. Frame number 1 is done. Frame number 2 is going on. Okay. So now 3 is going on. Now let's see. I have rendered in JPEG file. So I haven't done any lighting and all. This is the frame 1. Okay. This is frame 2. There's a simulation also. Water simulation is also there. Okay. Later, what you can do, once all the frames are rendered, you can do the composition in Premiere or After Effects. You can import all these footages. You know how to import all the footages, right? At once. So I can open this with so there's an F-check application. So by default, when you install Maya, automatically this F-check app is also, this also will be installed. You open F-check. Okay. So just open this. You just have to open, that's it. Okay. Then you get the smaller one like this. Go to file, open animation. You have to click on open animation. Okay. Means this is only for the view purpose. So I have this in D drive. D drive. I think it's taking some time to load. Go to D drive. RSCP, Bash2, Maya, Dynamics, Ocean, images. Then you have to select the first image, then open. So automatically the sequence will be opened here once it is done. Select the first image, then open. You can see frames automatically it is checking. Right now it is 11, 12 frame, 13, 14, 15, 16. You can see the animation. See now. Right? This is only for the view purpose. You have this kind of simulation. Okay. So you can try this. Okay. The same thing if you open in Premiere or After Effects, you know, you can render out as a video. So I would like to stop rendering. So render, cancel batch render. You need to cancel from here, then only it will stop. So up to frame 44 we have rendered. Okay. 43 we have rendered. So once say I just have shown you a basic version. Okay, what you have to do is you do lighting, proper lighting, do a proper boat model, and you render. Okay, any doubts? This one output, you know, will be used for your
Yes.
for your showreel purpose. Create an ocean, along with that proper simulation you have to do, then add a boat model, create a model, then select the model, select the ocean, make a boat or motor boat. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this will be your assignment. In the next class we will work on the pond system. Okay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir.
fine, then I'll upload this video. So complete this assignment before, you know, like next class. You can share me, you know, the rendered output, in the sense a video format. What you have to do, you need to render in using batch render. Okay, then import all the video images in a sequential manner in Premiere or After Effects. You can do color correction there if you want, then render as a smaller file. You can share me the video. Okay. Okay, then
Yes,
let me know if you have any doubts. Okay.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye, have a good day.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.